Hey, how's it going? Good. I was thinking today about the spiritual trap of non-participation, and how easy it is for those on the spiritual path to get pretty caught up inside in the act of non-action. And although I come from that school and understanding of sit on the pillow and process and let go. I think a lot of us can have the kind of get lost in the spiritual haze of that non-action and forget about the other end of it, which is action, which is participation in this world, because this world is where we're living. And there is no transcendence out of our physical reality in that way. There are plenty of ways to evolve in this physical reality, within our spiritual nature, and grow to evolve to new heights, and that's awesome. But what that really is supposed to be doing is showing us how to maneuver the physical world. One of the main things that I believe about meditation, and that I speak about at meditation groups, is that meditation is not a spiritual practice. Meditation is a physical exercise that through through the practice of that physical exercise, it brings about a greater understanding of our true nature and spirituality, of what we are, and what what reality is. Not even this reality, what realities are. But at first, that is through the practice of sitting, with yourself and learning how to let go of all that does not serve our highest good. But as I said, the other end is that you get up off of the pillow and you participate in your life, in the world. That is part of it. And those two things are not separate. It's just like the Tao Te Ching says, the first passage of the Tao Te Ching. These two, they're it's just to not have desires, to understand its nature, but then you must also have desires in order to experience its manifestations. These two things, are the same, but diverge as they issue forth. So it's like, what that's saying is that it's not one or the other. It's in order to be complete, we're doing it all, and we're pulling that practice, that spiritual understanding into our daily life to share with others and put how would I say that? Put the pedal to the metal, put the rubber to the pavement, drag your knuckles on the ground. That's really what that's about, and prove to yourself and the universe that that works. You're right, that works, and now I am leveled up. And that takes a it can take really paying attention to the way that we are acting and what we are giving our attention to. Sometimes there isn't any time for meditation, and that was a really hard lesson. It's a really hard lesson for me to take. And like in most things, I got a little wake up call this week about it, because like, I am disciplined in my meditation practice, like quite disciplined in my meditation practice, and I've often, especially recently in the last, yes, a year or so, it's come up to me that like I need to be less rigid about when I meditate, how long I meditate, doing mantras as well. Like some days there's just not the time to do that, and sometimes we can get into a practice where it's like, I have to do this, and I'm not going to be centered if I don't do this. Well, maybe that's the universe telling you that, like, hey, you are centered, you're doing enough, and you're doing enough of that work that it's okay today that you just like do this other stuff that needs to be done, because maybe that stuff's not getting done, or maybe there's a special circumstance that needs your attention, and you're going to put into practice all of that spiritual work that you've done today, and you're just going to get to it, and you're going to cut to it, and tomorrow or whatever, you can go sit on your pillow or do whatever the spiritual practice is that you're doing, to realign yourself again. So, for what it's worth, be gentle with yourself, but get out there and live it. Don't be afraid to live it. We're here to experience all of the wonder and splendor of this reality, and the challenges as well, and show that we have what it takes, that we're putting our spiritual practice into action, and that we're showing up for ourselves and others the way that we truly want to. Like, because sometimes it's almost, I guess that's the thing too, like am I putting my practice in front of what it is I'm trying to do, which is be present, right? If I'm just worried about my practice, am I actually being present in the moment when I need to be? So, there you go. There's some food for thought today. Peace. Have a great one.